Thank you. My question has been evolving all day long, and I feel that it's clear in the moment. I have, through my life, made a lot of progress at becoming who I want to be and starting to manifest, understanding the message that you have been delivering. And I find that there are two areas in my life where my emotional attachment seems to be creating a resistance, and that's in health and relationships. I've had a severe health problem my entire life, and over the past 15 or 20 years, my health has been improving in spite of what the doctors say it should. This summer, for 3 months, first time in my life, I spent without taking medication. And then it started to relapse. I'm wondering if there's something to do with my desire to be healthy and to be medication-free and to be able to function normally. Has a very large emotional attachment that's been there my entire life. Is that blocking my ability?
Yes, but you know, we really want to talk about how you feel as you stand where you are. In other words, are you ashamed that you are not weller? Are you embarrassed that you haven't been able to get weller faster? In other words, can you accept that it's all right where you are? Because this is what is necessary for everyone, no matter what the situation is. You got to stop beating up on yourself about where you are before you can even begin to move to where you want to be. You just got to stop saying, because think about it in light of what we've been talking about all day. Here I am and here's where I want to be. And what are you doing when you're saying, I shouldn't be here, I don't want to be here, I've been here too long, I don't know how I got here, I wish I weren't here. In other words, all that's messing around in this vibration over here. And so somehow we want to find a way to help you give yourself permission to be right where you are. In other words, I don't have enough money, or I don't have a good job, or I don't have somebody who loves me, or I don't have a body that's working, or I weigh too many pounds. In other words, so what? We want you to stop putting this light of comparison on yourself and a shroud of condemnation about where you stand that cripples you and keeps you from being, that's like the analogy that we were talking about earlier. So I left Phoenix this morning and now I'm in Yuma. I'm in Yuma. And we say, so? Well, I didn't want to go to Yuma. I wanted to go to San Diego. And we say, then go. But I'm in Yuma. But you can go to San Diego. I'm in Yuma. Are you hearing me? I'm in Yuma. I'm in Yuma. I'm in Yuma. Here I am in Yuma. Do you not hear me? My goal was San Diego and I'm in Yuma. And we say, accept it. You're in Yuma. Just accept it. It's all right that you're in Yuma. It's all right. Now just go to San Diego. Really? It's that simple? I can just go to where I want to go? I don't have to explain how I got to Yuma? I'm willing to tell you. You know how long I've been in Yuma?
I believe I've accepted the physical limitations and all the dance that's around that. What I no longer want to accept is the physical reactions my body goes through when I take the medications.
Well, we don't want you necessarily to accept the physical limitations. We just want you to say, here's where I am and here's where I'm going. In other words, we wouldn't talk about what my body goes through when I take the medication. We'd talk about here's where I am and here's where I'm going. We wouldn't talk about here's where I am and here's where I've been. We'd talk about here's where I am and here's where I'm going. I want my body to respond differently. I want the medication to mesh better. I want to release the medication in time, but I'm on my way there. I'm on my way there. You see, we don't feel with you or with almost anybody that you are really all right with where you are. There's this feeling that we feel from so many of you that goes like, I want more than I have and I should be somewhere else. And we've been working all day here today to offer you the feeling that where you are is where you are and where you are is just fine. Now what? Where you are is just fine. Now what? Where you are is just fine. Now what? So when we say to you about this subject, where you are is just fine, now what do you want to say about where you're going?
I'm going to an incredible dream, a place of happiness and fulfillment, a place that matches other places in my life.
Now focus on the physical thing. Where you are is where you are. Now what?
I'm seeing myself as a healthy person, not requiring medication.
Good. Big jump. Where you are is where you are. Now what? In other words, there's a tendency to not want to talk about that, but where you are is where you are. Now what? In other words, now what? Elbow it out a little. Where you are is where you are. Now what? Now what?
Tomorrow I won't need to take all my medication.
Where you are is where you are. Now what?
It's okay.
Where you are is where you are, and it's okay. Now what? Better and better.
It's not going to be this way always. It's just for today.
That felt pretty good, didn't it? That felt really good. Now, you found that, and only you could find that. Did you feel the relief in that? So where you are is where you are, and now what feels even better. So now what?
Just for today, we keep looking to a healthier place.
And where you are is where you are, and it's okay. So in that healthier place, are you condemning where you are? Feel it. I'm going over there. Am I going over there because I hate it over here? Or is it okay over here and I'm going over there? Feel the difference? I'm going over there, and over there is improved. It's so improved that I hate where I've been. That doesn't work. Here's where I am, and I'm going over there. And I'm going to like going over there. In fact, I'm going to like it as soon as now. I'm going to like my journey over there. Different, isn't it? It's softer than condemning where I am.
Yes.
Can you feel the vibrational difference?
Yes.
So where I am is just fine, and where I've been doesn't matter. Where I've been is all right too, but where I am is where I am, and I like the resolve that's formulated within me. I like the goals that have lined up out there for me. Where I am and who I am and what I am is really a wonderful thing, and I love where I'm going. And I'm going to love it as soon as right now. Feel it?
Yes. Yes.
That's good. It's really good because, you know, in this physical world where you have the potential of comparing yourself with everybody else, you can just go nuts. You can just go nuts. And there's no comparison that is of any value. The only thing that is important is that vibrational range between where you are and where you want to be, and you get to keep redefining that constantly. And as our friend said, I'm doing so good, I hardly know how good I'm doing. Everybody says to me, you're doing so well, and I think, I can't be doing all that well. I just feel so normal. It just feels so normal to feel so good. It just feels so normal to feel so good. We want you to be really proud of who you are and what you've come to. And we want you to be happy about what's unfolding without condemning what is, because what is so wonderful. It's the platform from which you are launching. It's the platform from which you are moving. It's the platform from which you are measuring your progress. And life is only about that measurement and feeling. If you don't want anything, then there's no sense of any motion forward and no thrill in the ride, you see.
Does the level of my attachment to that desire resist my moving towards it?
Your level of attachment to the desire can never serve as any resistance, but you're taking score of where you are in relationship to it, Will. And that's why we want you to keep looking where you're going instead of where you've been. In other words, can you feel the difference in saying, here I am and I'm going over there, as compared to here I am and I've been here and 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 been here. I want to go way over there, but here I am. In other words, as long as you're looking forward to where you're going, then there's no negative attachment that could ever affect you.
So when I focus on the relapse, I'm going back into the past rather than staying in the moment. The relapses.
Let us put it to you this way. It is not possible for you to vibrationally relapse, not knowing what you now know.
Well, I refer to the
all
physical.
that doesn't matter. All that could possibly be happening is that you've attracted an experience that launched a stronger rocket of desire. So all that happened is you got clear about where you're going, which can only be beneficial. Here I am, and here's where I'm going. We are being harassed. We are out of time.